Archaeologists seem to be disappointed in the existence of Göbekli Tepe and other pre-pottery Neolithic sites in what is now Turkey. These sites don't seem to fit their narrative of agriculture first before megalith building. So much so that a term, pre-pottery Neolithic, had to be conjured from the ether to categorise the culture that built these structures, because the time when they were constructed actually fell in the Mesolithic period of hunter-gatherers who, according to long-standing orthodoxy, did not build megalithic monuments. But there the megalithic monuments are, and I imagine that vexing problem has been difficult for archaeologists to digest. So, with what I believe is this irritation in mind, they can make mistakes. And so it was when John W. Hoops, PhD, of Kansas University, jumped in with both feet in commenting on my recent video on the discovery of a suggested 12,000-year-old female shaman burial in Turkey. He made a series of either irrelevant or inaccurate comments after I had posted a link to the video on social media. Firstly, he revealed what could be perceived as a disdain for Göbekli Tepe by posting the following. A lot of the hype about Göbekli Tepe originated with fringe author Andrew Collins. Collins's work was then given additional inaccurate spin by Graham Hancock. He then added the following. One of Collins's first fringe books was about the Nephilim, also known as the Watchers. He took a few Bible verses and blew them up into a florid fantasy. Now, the video I made mentions none of these things and is an accurate appraisal of a recent academic study. The video in question is linked in the description. He then went on to inaccurately state that the burial I made a video about was an entirely different one. He wrote, "The Shaman burial was found in Israel and published in PNAS in 2008. Excavations at the 12,000-year-old Natufian cave site Hilazon Taktit, Israel, have revealed a grave that provides a rare opportunity to investigate the ideological shifts that must have accompanied these socio-economic changes. The grave was constructed and specifically arranged for a petite, elderly and disabled woman who was accompanied by exceptional grave offerings. The grave goods comprised 50 complete tortoise shells and select body parts of a wild boar, an eagle, a cow, a leopard and 2 martens, as well as a complete human foot. Ironically, the manner of the burial he mentions is similar to the one found in Turkey, indicating that these practices, which the recent study authors attribute to possible shamanism, were not uncommon around 12,000 years ago. This, to my mind, strengthens the case for the study's conclusion. But Dr. Hoops wasn't finished yet. He further added, "This is a good example of how these YouTube videos can be inaccurate and misleading. You're far better off reading Wikipedia articles and looking at the source materials they cite." In the video title, I referred to the burial as being of the Göbekli Tepe civilisation. This is a rhetorical device to some extent, but it is not inaccurate, as I made clear in the video that this was from another site, Şemkahöyük, in the Upper Tigris Basin. This site can, in my view, be safely categorised in the way I did, since both Göbekli Tepe and Şemkahöyük are both contemporary pre-pottery Neolithic (PPNA) sites, and both exist in broadly the same area in modern-day Turkey. Referring to his example from Israel, Dr. Hoops added, "However, it was not identified as PPNA in date, but rather pertained to the Natufian culture that came right before the PPNA. I think it would have been helpful if Dr. Hoops had actually watched the video before commenting on it, as I would expect experts to do as a matter of course. This channel will always strive to provide accurate information where it is available, and even in videos where I cover topics that are controversial or unorthodox, I will provide rebuttals and/or both sides of the story. That doesn't mean I won't give my opinion, however, one way or another. To sum up, I feel that archaeologists have not yet reconciled the shifting paradigm of the existence of Göbekli Tepe and other associated sites with their preconceived views of extremely ancient prehistory. And this shows in Dr. Hoops' response to my video. I welcome further feedback and debate with Dr. Hoops on this subject, should he wish to comment further. For now, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description, or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.